Now we're going to get into the verse section for Till There Was You. It comes right after the intro. From that C chord, I'm on the 2nd fret, G string to the 3rd fret. Now I'm going to an F chord. 1st fret, I'm going to bar, 2nd on the G, 3rd on my D and A strings. I'm going to strike the B and the E string simultaneously, picking up through the G, D, and A strings. Again, back to the 2nd, 3rd fret on the G string. Now my next chord, I'm on the 2nd fret on my E and my G, and I'm barring the D, G, and B strings, and I'm going to strike it like this. I'm hitting the B and G and E strings to the D, to the G, to the E. Now I'm back to the 2nd fret, 3rd fret on the G string. I'm going to slide up to the 3rd fret, keeping the bar all the way. I'm at the 5th fret on my D and G strings. I'm going to strike the E and the G string simultaneously. Then I'm going to lift the G string back to the 3rd fret, bar. The next part, I'm keeping the bar across the 3rd, hitting the top E string, 5th fret on the A string. 6th fret on the B, I'm keeping the bar across the 3rd, hitting the G in the bass on the 3rd fret, E, and I'm going to lift that real quick back to the bar. After I lift that, I'm sliding the bar back to the 1st fret again, 3rd fret on my G and D strings. I'm going to strike the A string and the B string simultaneously to the G, to the D, to the E string. So it'll sound like this. Now I'm going to keep the bar, but I'm going to lift it so just my top string is covered there at the 1st fret. I'm going to hit the G open to the 2nd and 3rd. As soon as I hit that 3rd, I'm going to hit that bass 1st fret E, and I'm going to strike that simultaneously with my D string at the 3rd fret, and then lift off the G string to the 2nd fret. So it'll look like this. And then back to that bass. Now the next part is easy. 5th fret, E string, D, G, and B. 4th fret, 3rd fret, D, G, and D strings. Now I'm 3rd fret on my A, 2nd fret on my D. Then I'm going to the 3rd fret on the D. Then to the open G string. Then I'm going back to the F chord, barred at the 1st fret, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd on the D and A strings. I'm going to strike the B and the E string simultaneously, picking up through the G, D, and A strings. Like that. Everything at the 3rd fret. Hitting the E string first, then the D, G, and B. Then back to the C chord. So I'll go through the whole thing, including the intro, so you can hear it. We're going to get into the chorus section in the next lesson. See you then.